A.J. Desai, Patrick Evans, and Steve Devine are officials, and there's a lot of St. John's red in this building. Just about a 3-hour drive from New York City.
Oh, layup.
And Sutton scores.
St. John's team has ever played in the NCAA tournament.
Ondakane over Zubi Ejiofor. Osborne, corner three. And the offensive rebound to Cameron Thomas. White, that's a deep three. It's good! Timeout, St. John's. They've only attempted one shot in the paint so far.
And look how Omaha's playing defense. They got their heels inside the three-point line. They are going to do this. And if St. John's makes threes, they're going to go home. And that's how they figure it. If we can make them shoot threes and hope they miss.
St. John's is 1 of 7 and 0 of 4 from deep. And let's face it, that's not a huge surprise. They're not a very good shooting team, as Lewis hits a three, a big shot. The big surprise so far to me, Lap, is the rebounds. Omaha's 3 of 14. St. John's is 2 for 9, make it 3 for 10. R.J. Lewis with the jam. Sutton with 5, over to Osborne, left alone for 3. It's good, and that stops the 7-0 run. For Omaha was to match St. John's' physicality, and they've done that so far, but R.J. Lewis is starting to heat up.
And he also has shot the ball
8 of St. John's' 10 points, including the last 8 for the Red Storm. Nice pass and a finish by Ondakane.
They were open. They just aren't a good shooting team, and they're settling for what this team wants to give them.
Out of the timeout, Sutton with the flush. Richmond on the wing, looking for Ejiofor. Bounces inside. Ejiofor draws a lot of attention. That leaves Wilcher open. He fakes the 3. He dribbles in and off glass for 2.
That was a good move.
Who averages 7 minutes per game. St. John's only has 4 points in the paint so far in this first half.
Yeah, the way it's all packed in.
Osborne, a 3. Ondakane sets a screen for White. Thomas fakes the 3, takes the 2, and hits. Amongst our crew, they didn't get the sense they were going to be intimidated on this stage. A confident group that came here to Providence. Wilcher for 3. It's good.
And let me tell you something, they accomplished.
St. John's, Kadari Richmond, and Aaron Scott continue to sit with 2 fouls apiece. Lewis's pass is blocked, but he gets it back. Smith for 3. And St. John's has its first lead of the night.
Davon Smith is their best three-point shooter by far. He's a guy who could turn this kind of a game around.
8-0 run for Patino. Sutton flies in, and where's the defense?
I mean, that was... Rick Pitino can't believe it.
He gets Ejiofor off the bench. Prey. A 3! Ruben Prey. Since then, they're 3 for their last 4. Their last 3 field goals are all from beyond the arc. Wilcher hunting for more. Another 3!
The tempo of this game has been all Omaha. Slow. That's what they want. Good pass.
And Sutton finishes inside off the feed from Ondakane. Sutton again off the feed from White.
I mean, the pick and roll defense.
Final 10 seconds of the first half. Smith to Iwuchukwu, count it and 1! will take on Arkansas in Saturday's second round.
I think Rick Pitino probably ripped into these guys pretty good at halftime, if I had to guess.
Lewis, a three. And a good start to the second half for the Red Storm.
The thing is, the Red Storm missed 17. I said, hey, what's going on? He says, we do this every game. It drives us nuts, but we do this every game.
Good look. Ejiofor to Richmond. Some rare paint points for St. John's. Just 8 tonight. Osborne fakes the three. To the free throw line. His jumper is good. Scott. It's good. They're calling it a three. They may look at that during the next media timeout. Osborne trying to answer. And Scott tracks down the rebound. 2-on-1 the other way. Lewis and Wiltshire. Lewis with the hammer.
That's how far they were from being undefeated.
And Rick Pitino said it earlier this year. He said the numbers and wins defy all statistical logic, as Thomas lays it in. But that tells you how
hard they play. No better compliment for a coach than for people to say they play really hard.
Scott, a three. With 16 minutes to go. Wiltshire. A pure stroke of Simeon Wiltshire. Transfer from North Dakota State. And Glover keeps it alive. Waddles for three. And the tip in by Strite.
Yeah, they have not done a good job.
Those are the first points off the bench for Omaha tonight. Lewis for three. That's pure.
I'll tell you what, if this kid...
NFL Today, Steve Lapis, put him on there. Lewis from the outside. It's good again. It's all taped up. He'll have a procedure done in the offseason. Rick Pitino joked that he's actually been shooting the ball better since the thumb injury in practice, that he should have torn it a few weeks ago.
Yeah, he's joking. I know. His best game tonight.
Waddles misses the layup. Richmond, what a move! And Rick Pitino calls timeout. Scott for three. Ibinayo, the offensive board.
Good pass.
Dish to Prey. And a foul. White for three.
Good defense.
They've missed 13 in a row from deep.
The rebounding has been a problem.
Finally, the streak is over as White hits from the outside. Ibinayo.
Oh, that's not close.
Air ball. Scott catches it. Back out Wiltshire. Deep three. Book it.
Ibinayo's made some really what we call winning plays.
Rick Pitino says that he epitomizes the word team, and you're seeing that in the way he plays as White goes back-to-back from deep. So Omaha already knew that even if they lost the championship game, they were in the NCAA tournament field. But Chris Crutchfield said that didn't sit well with his team. They didn't like that. They wanted to go out there and win and earn their way into the tournament.
And good for them. And plus, guess what? It's not over yet.
Lewis. Ejiofor. St. John's trying to lock up its 10th consecutive victory. Smith, a corner three. It's good.
They need this kid because he is layup there.
Lewis in the paint. Off glass for two.
Tough.
R.J. Lewis. Nice tip by Scott.
Both those teams want to run. Both athletic. There's a lot of potential in that game, let me tell you. Great pass to Zuby,
who lays it in. Waddles catch and shoot three. And the rebound to Lewis. Up ahead, Smith. Richmond joins him behind the back. Smith to Richmond. Osborne puts one up. And the follow is there. Here on the East Coast.
Long time since they won a game in the tournament.
Leotopoulos. Oh, he hits the three. Go ahead, Lav.
He can shoot, my compatriot.
And well deserved. They have completely taken over New York City on the verge of their 31st victory.
And Andrew, in 2 years. You know, I mean, don't get me wrong, this is a new age now because of the portal where you can.
St. John's' largest margin of victory in an NCAA tournament game. And Lap, you talked about how this has been a second half team. They outscored Omaha 50-25 in the second half tonight.
And Rick, we talked about him winning his first round game when he's a 1 or 2 seed.